Hey, it's Drew Bentley with Learn Guitar with Drew. Today we're going to take a look at the parts of the acoustic guitar, this simple but powerful and elegant instrument. But first, thank you so much for checking out the video. All right, let's take a look here. This is called the headstock, this is the neck, and this is the body. So it's personification. These are tuning pegs. We have these posts here. You can put the strings around the posts to tune. There are gears in the back, and we can tune the strings sharp or flat with those. This is called the nut, and that's where the guitar strings begin their journey all the way down here to the bridge. This is called the fretboard and or the fingerboard, depending on what part of the country or the world that you're from. Some guitars have ebony fretboards, some have mahogany fretboards, some have rosewood fingerboards, some have maple fingerboards. As you can see behind me, there's different types for different styles of guitars and different brands, different manufacturers, etc. These metal bars are called frets. So if you have your frets worked on, that's what the guitar repair person is going to do. They're going to fix the divots and the dents in the frets. But the spaces between the metal bars are also called frets. This is the first fret, second fret, third fret, fourth fret, fifth fret. You notice there are these dots. Those are called fret markers, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12, 15, 17 on this guitar. The double dots is the exact center of the guitar's scale length. So if you cut this in half right here with a hacksaw and you folded this nut and this bridge together like this and they met in the middle, that would be the exact center point. I would not recommend doing that, but that's how it works. Okay, moving on. We have these dots at the top, which I call sky view fret markers, so you can maintain good posture when you're playing. You don't have to bend over and do this to see where you're going, which is not a good idea. It's much better to maintain good posture when playing and not have to look at your fingers while you're playing. Here in the middle, I don't know if you can see this, of the middle of the neck, there's a hole. It's called the truss rod. There's a rod inside of the guitar that can be adjusted depending on seasonal change. Sometimes your guitar neck is concave, sometimes it's convex, so that guitar repair person can adjust that depending on the seasons to make the action of the guitar right. It's not something you want to do right now until you're really experienced, but the professionals can fix that for you. Okay, so this is called the body of the guitar. Here we have the pick guard or the scratch guard. This one's like a Tortex kind of colored one. This is called the sound hole, and that's where the sound resonates from the sound hole. This is called rosette. It's sort of fancy. Some guitars get really fancy. This is the bridge of the guitar. These are pegs holding the strings in, and this is called the saddle. This saddle is a compensated saddle. Some of the strings are moving forward, some are moving backward. It's an attempt from the manufacturer to keep the guitar intonation decent. Guitars breathe over time and they start to move. Acoustic guitars sort of will change, and that is an attempt to keep it in tune as much as possible. Electric guitars have individual saddles that you can change at will, so that's why that's compensated. Here in this strap button, that's where we hold our guitar up, the strap button. There's a hole in this one. This happens to be fitted to play through a PA system. You can plug your guitar cable into that hole, and there's a bunch of electronics at the top here to control that as well. This guitar happens to be a Martin 000C16R GTE. It has an Indian rosewood back and sides and a Sitka spruce top. Has quite a history. The first time I played this guitar was live on WDVE, and it was brand spanking new back then, and now there are divots and dings and all kind. I don't know if you can see that in the camera here, but this guitar has definitely been through the ringer. That's what gives it character, right? Hopefully you're enjoying this lesson on the parts of the acoustic guitar. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and click the bell for notifications for when I'm posting more videos like this one. Okay, let's go back over these parts again. This is the headstock, this is the neck, and this is the body. These are called tuning pegs, and the strings go around the post right here. This is called the nut, and that's where the strings begin their journey down here to the bridge. This is called the fretboard or the fingerboard. These are called frets, the metal bars. The spaces between the metal bars are also called frets as well. We have 3, 5, 7, 9, and 12 are the fret markers. Those are odd numbers till you get to the 12th fret. At the top here, we have these fret markers I call the sky view fret markers, so you can see where you're playing without having to have bad posture. Inside of the guitar neck, we have a hole here for the truss rod that can be adjusted. This is called the body. This is called the pick guard or the scratch guard. This is the sound hole. This is called rosette, and the rosette is just a fancy design around the sound hole. This is called the bridge. These are called pegs. This is called the compensated saddle. Here we have the strap buttons to hold your strap on. There's another one underneath here as well. If you don't have one of those, somebody can put one of those in there for you instead of putting your strap around the headstock here, which is ideal. Right here is better. There's actually a microphone in the sound hole as well. You can see that as part of the electronics, which is how this guitar is able to be played through a PA system. If your guitar doesn't have that, that's okay. This one happens to have that system in it. And this is called the cutaway. And you can access the higher frets with that. If your guitar doesn't have a cutaway, it's okay. It's not a big deal. It's just an extra feature some acoustic guitars have. I should also mention steel string acoustic guitars have 4 wound strings and 2 unwound strings, unlike an electric guitar, which has 3 wound strings and 3 unwound strings. So this G string also has a winding on it as well. So the acoustic guitar is a fantastic, simple instrument, and love to play it. If you graduate to the electric guitar someday, that's great. Maybe you can play both like I do. Either way, it's a fantastic, fun way to get started with playing, or you can just do this for a lifetime. If you haven't watched a video yet on the parts of the electric guitar, take a look at that here. That's also on the channel. And as always, I can't wait to see you at the next lesson.